Warning, warning. Two idiots are reading the SCP files over the intercoms. Hello, welcome back to the world of Discovering SCP, the start of the Discovering SCP universe.
Wow, we're rebooting it. Did you know?
Yeah, this is episode 1.
Hell yeah.
We're not going to change anything in terms of the format or the content, but this is now episode 1.
We're not actually resetting it because I want to hit 200 for a special.
Exactly,
Someone suggested something for a
it.
special, but I can't remember what it was.
If you were that person, post it in the comments again.
Yeah, you should do that.
Do it right now. Before you stop, pause the video.
Alright.
And comment now. I'm taking over your fucking body right now.
Let's... Ooh. Sorry, guys, I have a headache.
Sorry.
It's okay. My brain's, like, on ice. How many articles?
I have one, but I perhaps have two if one isn't enough.
Okay, you have two, huh?
But I have two. Yeah, I guess I would say I have two then.
Okay. So we're reading one.
Yes. I have two just in case, but I don't imagine that we will be reading the second one.
Oh, maybe.
This is
I don't know how witty I'll be. I'm debuffed right now.
Oh, damn. He got Skyrim disease.
This is 4547.
Exterminans by Stormbreath.
Stormbreath.
I think I created this one before it got posted.
I think I've heard of this fella around. I've seen that name. Ad Astra per Aspera Hub? What's that?
That's the canon this takes place in.
Oh, is it a good canon or a boring?
I quite like it.
Okay, what's it about?
It's like Space Age Foundation.
Oh, okay. This is Stellaris Foundation.
Exactly.
All right, why don't you read me this story so I can
Absolutely.
get a peaceful...
Imagine that you're like... I'm like that guy from the painting. I can't fucking remember. Ivan the Terrible. Imagine I'm Ivan the Terrible and you're my dying son and I'm telling you the story as after I killed you.
Don't worry, I can imagine anything. Just put my fingers to my head.
I did a gesture there, but I forgot the camera wasn't on. Let's get into it. Item number SCP-4547. Object class Apollyon. Special containment procedures. Interstellar exploration is to avoid SCP-4547. I guess once you get to Space Age, a lot of containment is easily solved, like, don't go there.
Yeah.
Once you can leave the planet.
Yeah, true. Do not go to weird space. Worst mistake of my life.
Not my arm is my leg. What would you do? What would you, like...
If my arm was my leg and my leg was my arm?
Yeah, but both of them, though, like, they switch places. What would you do?
I would be actually probably okay, because I don't know if you know this about me.
Do you type on a computer in your life?
What?
Use a computer, I assume? A keyboard?
Yeah, but let me explain.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I have this thing.
I type my toes anyway.
I'd rather not talk about my feet at length on the internet, but I have what my family colloquially refers to as, like, monkey toes. Like, I can spread them out and, like, curl them like fingers and pick stuff up pretty easily. So I would be okay.
I can pick stuff up as well.
Yeah, I can do anything.
Yeah, we're part of the next level of humanity.
We've already evolved. Alright, but yeah, if that happened to me, I'd be fine, but I imagine the average person... It's really easy to use an arm as a leg, especially if one other leg's still leg, but I feel like using the leg and the foot as an arm would be the challenge.
The common man couldn't cope.
Yeah. But me, I'm built different.
You're like your Bioshock guy. You're like, the common man does not have what it takes. I, however, am Ad Astra per Astra. A toe chooses, a finger obeys.
Sorry to read this article.
Sorry, I'm boring you.
Yeah, your joke is lame and boring, and I'm sleepy. No, I'm kidding. Please continue.
Okay. Description. SCP-4547 is an exoplanet located approximately 15 light-years from the Solar System, discovered by the Foundation on August 20th, 2032. SCP-4547 was formerly the home planet of the Taronu, a sapient humanoid alien species, prior to an FK-class Broken Foundation scenario,
which is a K-class scenario defined by the destruction or failure of an anomaly management group, typically resulting in other K-class scenarios
that caused their extinction. While the SCP itself is non-anomalous, it is home to a large number of anomalous phenomena, affording its designation as an SCP object.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Does the Foundation count alien species as anomalous? Like, what is the exact marker for anomalous?
I guess in this setting, aliens on their own are not considered anomalous.
Okay, because I was going to say I'm almost positive there are Foundation custody things that are just aliens. And
They got Guibo in a cage.
Yeah, they got Guibo in a cage. It's
You gotta let me out!
They have that one guy from Star Wars who has Anakin, the nose guy.
Jar Jar
What's
Binks?
his name?
Oh, Otto?
No, Otto. Yeah, they have Otto in there.
Henny! Little Henny!
Oh my god, you can't mention anything to a Star Wars fan, or they have to say a quote. It's like a compulsion.
Why do you hold on? You were said meant to make up an alien. You brought up Watto from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, as a funny visual. Then you had to say his quote.
I don't take a public credit.
See, he's doing it again. It's like a loop. Dude, Star Wars fans.
Jedi tricks don't work on us. Only money.
See, you can't get away from it. It just keeps going.
It's only because it's Watto.
He's in the infinite loop. Can't break out. Alright, please continue. That's how you know the Star Wars shows and movies on Disney Plus aren't good, because no one ever quotes
Of course I
them
fucking
like
know. I don't fucking watch that shit. Mandalorian Season 1 and maybe Season 2. I enjoyed those.
Okay.
And that's it.
Can you say a single quote from them?
This is the way.
That's what I thought. Oh, okay.
Sorry. What do you mean? Well, I'll be honest.
That'd be like if you asked me to quote Naruto and I was like, believe it. Like, okay.
You quoted it. I don't care. I would not just respectfully
I fulfilled the conditions.
I would clasp your hands and be like, thank you.
Thank you, my child.
Thank you. With just those few words at the end of my life, I was saved and then I disintegrated to dust.
Alright, let's continue.
When a strong wind blew.
I'm gonna blow your strong winds if you don't keep reading, buddy. I said I'm gonna blow your strong winds if you don't keep reading, buddy.
So, while the SCP itself is non-anomalous, it is host to a large number of anomalous phenomena, affording its designation as an SCP object. These phenomena have been divided into two categories, -B and -C, which are detailed below. Radio signals sent by the Terran-U were recorded by Foundation assets on Earth beginning in 1942. Foundation intervention to conceal these transmissions was successful and kept public knowledge of the SCP to a minimum. However, transmissions abruptly ended in 1991, with no further signals being received past this point.
Damn.
That's depressing. It's like, do you ever wonder why aliens don't show up?
Dark Forest theory. Oh!
Well, that doesn't really work because we are going, hey, we're over here.
That's true.
And everyone's all the other aliens are like, they don't know it's Dark Forest theory.
Yeah, the Dark Forest approaches. It's me. I'm gonna eat you.
That's what the theory is about, right? The evil Dark Forest will find you.
Yeah. The idea is, you don't need me to explain this.
The idea is that if you're too loud, evil trees will find you.
Yeah, exactly. It's more.
During the initial advances, just imagine fucking loads of trees showing up like,
I don't have to imagine.
They're too big for their britches.
My brother in Christ, you wrote that character in your web serial.
I did. Oh yeah, I did. He's not an evil tree though. He's just a tree.
No paradise.
Oh right, but she
evil tree.
She herself is not a tree.
She is the Dark Forest theory. She found out about the others, and everyone had to pay for it.
During the initial advances into the extrastellar travel by the Foundation, it was decided that the SCP would be visited in order to ascertain the reasons for the lack of continued transmission and the potential for a life-bearing planet. The SCP was one of the first exoplanets visited by the Foundation during this time.
Wait, I'm lost. Hold on, where are we?
During the initial SCP.
There it is. Yeah. Thank you.
The Terran-U.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about what's the footnote say?
I thought we already read this. Formerly designated as SCP-4547-A before being declared inherently non-anomalous,
are a sapient alien species with a humanoid body structure. While not inherently anomalous, all Terran-U currently on the surface of the SCP have become anomalous, with the majority having been converted into -B2-
Oh, that's kind of fun. It's like they had their own little XK class end of the Terran-U scenario.
An organization referred to as the Tihanan.
literally translating to protectorate. Oh, that's fun.
This worm guy, he knows that. He knows that.
I love worms!
He knows that. You know that, right? It's like your little kid's like,
do.
hey, you've heard of that, right?
Soy face reference!
That's where Alexandria lives.
Can you keep reading?
Absolutely, I can.
I can do anything.
With roughly anomalous motives to the Foundation on Earth, the Tehornum was dedicated to the general focus of protecting Tehornu society and life, including against dangerous anomalies. However, the Tehornum did not keep stuttering in the same way every time I say it, did not share in the same practices of masquerade and concealment as the Foundation, leading to higher integration of anomalies into the SCP culture. -B is a collection of anomalous phenomena located on the SCP which resulted in the near-total extinctions of the Tehornu. Each -B phenomenon caused a distinct K-class scenario on the SCP. The majority of these K-class scenarios are either the cause or result of an FK-class broken Foundation scenario and are collectively grouped into the one designation.
How many fucking goddamn scenarios do we need? Can we just, say words? Why do we need all these codes?
Because there are lots of words!
You have to understand how the scientific and clinical... no more.
Hey.
I'm tired of these letter scenarios.
Stop complaining,
just
I'll edit your nutrition chart, okay?
Just describe what's going to happen. I'm so tired.
Your French
I don't want to have to remember every
French
fucking
dies.
initial combination. No! Not my French dies.
You can't even remember what they were once called. For the purpose of brevity, only the conclusively identified K-class scenarios and their causes have been listed below. Should we popcorn between us on these?
I guess. Oh my god, this is long. Holy poopy doop. Alright, you ready?
Yeah, 4547-B1. IK, Societal Collapse. The dead hand system of a major Tehornu world superpower designed to ensure mutually assured destruction. However, upon a transition between heads of states, -B1 malfunctioned and detected the end of the government and initiated nuclear war. The resultant nuclear war lasted for approximately 5 hours. By the conclusion, over 10,000 nuclear weapons had been detonated upon the SCP, destroying most bases of the Tehornum and most major metropolitan areas, in addition to causing severe nuclear fallout. The exact functioning mechanics of -B1 are unknown, but is believed to have functioned using a demonic solid-state drive set to monitor for specific parameters. These parameters were set too specific, and a minor change in government triggered the dead hand.
God damn.
You're a computer guy, would you use a demonic solid-state drive for this?
I think that would be funny. I'm not going to read the crosslink though.
Okay.
So what is this? I'm kind of struggling. What the fuck is this anomaly? Is it just like a series of things that happened on this planet?
It's a planet where
anomalous stuff happens.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. 4547-B2 RK out competition scenario. The SCP was a collection of organic nanites designed to improve Tehornu anatomy. However, difficulties in implementing these improvements caused partial brain death, increased aggression, inhibition of social norms, and cannibalistic impulses in the infected... Okay, so zombies. Termed... Furthermore, the SCP were able to enter stasis indefinitely, negating the need to breathe or eat. The Tehornum had kept a small sample of the SCP, which was released during the IK-class scenario and became airborne. In the days following the IK-class scenario, 49% of Tehornu on the SCP became infected with -B2. As a result, there are currently an estimated 1 to 2 billion -B2 instances remaining on the SCP at present. SCP-4547-B2 is capable of infecting humans.
I don't want to become an alien zombie. Human only, please.
Damn.
B3. GK, Broken Greenhouse. Me when I go outside and see that the youths have broken into my greenhouse. This is a real GK class scenario, honey. -B3 was a large glass orrery of the SCP solar system. When not properly aligned, it will project a non-corporeal herbicidal field, destroying local xenoplant matter. This field would expand based on the amount of time spent unaligned. -B was previously maintained by the Tehornum, but its maintenance stopped when they were destroyed. As a result, all xenoplant life on the SCP was rapidly killed off within 3 weeks of the IK-class scenario. Attempts to realign it by Tehornum remnants appear to have been attempted, but were unsuccessful. It is currently not believed that -B can be repaired, and transport is forbidden. It's like when we have the fucking cake that multiplies every day. It's like we stopped eating that.
Bruh. Alright, my move?
Yeah.
4547-B4 XK Omega Eshatown. 4547-B4 was a collection of 7 humanoid entities standing 500 meters tall, bearing noted similarity to the SCP. All SCP-4547-B4 had been in a dormant state prior to the activation of B1, and were targeted with nuclear missiles in a neutralization attempt during the IK-class scenario. These nuclear weapons did not kill any B4 instances and only awakened them. The B4 identified themselves as the Kive Tun Koren, footnote, approximate English translation, the 7th spawn of the Red Ruler, and took control of the remnants of Taranyu society. They granted an anomalous resistance to many of the anomalous phenomena on 4547 to any Taranyu that served them. All B4 instances appeared to have entered into a war with each other at some point following their reawakening. All except one perished in this conflict. One of the losers was infected with -B2 and is currently active in a diminished capacity. The sole victor, B43, is one of the few remaining sapient life forms on 4547.
I like how they did the other apocalypse, but because there was still a zombie virus, they got fucked anyway.
It is fun, but I have to say there's... and this might be partially because of my headache, but there's so many fucking B numbers. I get that they are all supposed to be tangled up and lead into each other, but it's making my head spin a little. I think there were 3 different kinds of bees in that last paragraph alone.
Me and the beehive.
Your move.
Yeah, B5, AK, Madness. An intensely virulent mimetic cult centered around the number 5. The exact origin of B5 is unknown, but similar organizations were observed by the Tihoran prior to the end of the world. It is believed that these organizations heavily mutated following another K-class scenario, becoming B5. B4-5 became infected with B5, altering the details of its cult in order to follow the principles of B5. Further research... I
assume that was 5th.
Yeah, further research has indicated lethal info hazard expunged.
So I'm guessing this is look at all these things on the alien planet that you know about. Is the vibe I'm getting, right?
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. This the same entity, the 5th isn't.
That explains why there's so many cross-links, too. Now I'm getting that. 4547-B6, WK Meteorological. -B6 was an apex tier pluripotent entity. I love the word pluripotent. Inimical.
Don't know what it means, but...
Yeah. Was an apex tier pluripotent entity inimical to atmospheric conditions on 4547. It's unclear how specifically, but B6 was neutralized during the interchange of B1. Immediately following this, weather conditions of 4547 greatly changed, with violent and intense meteorological events being observed at a high frequency. This included abnormally large storms, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and spontaneously generated hurricanes. These phenomena have not abated in the time between the neutralization of B6 and present.
Approximately 70% of the society of the SCP immediately died during the IK-class scenario initiated by B1, with another 20% dying shortly after as a result of the WK-class scenario caused by B6. A large majority of these casualties were reanimated as B2-3 instances. 1 year after the FK-class scenario, the remaining population of the SCP was in the service of the B4 instance, practicing cannibalism as a result of the complete famine caused by B3. Approximately 5 years after the FK-class scenario, the last Taranyu on the surface of the SCP died. At this point, almost all life on the SCP was dead. The remaining life is predominantly highly anomalous. -C are all anomalous phenomena on the SCP that are not included in -B. The majority of these phenomena are neutralized or destroyed following the collective efforts of -B, but a limited number have been recovered. The majority remain on the SCP and are not expected to require containment in any capacity. The most notable of these is -C1, a now extinct xenoplant species that formerly possessed sapience and psionic abilities. The evil trees! When consumed by a Taranyu, -C1 enhanced the psionic capacity of the consumer. -C1 was rightly recognised on the SCP as another intelligent life form in a highly integrated society. However, it was completely killed off by the effects of B3. I hate that. I hate it when that happens.
I hate when it gets killed off by the effects of B3. I'll be honest, I can't for the life of me keep up with all these fucking things. I'm gonna need the TLDR. There's so many little extenses. What's the word I'm looking for? The thing that marks what they are.
Designations, yeah.
Yeah. If you can
Well, okay. To summarize what happened, there was a nuclear war. The nuclear war, as a side effect,
made zombies.
They were zombies being contained, but it broke the containment on that, and the zombie virus got everywhere.
Yeah.
And the other, there was they had a glass artifact that caused plant life to rot if it wasn't handled properly. Everyone died, so that wasn't handled properly. So all the plants rotted away. And also, they nuked the fucking Scarlet King people, and they came. Yeah. They woke up and they got everyone to a cult. But even they got fucking killed because all the plants died and they starved to death, and one of them turned into a zombie.
And then what was Dash C then?
Dash C is everything else that was on the planet, all other anomalous phenomena, but they're all dead.
Okay, cool. Now we have an addendum.
Yes.
By the way, I love Naraka. That's a good name. How do you want to be Naraka? I want to be Naraka, and I'll also be whichever one talks the least.
Jesus. Okay. Fetch.
No, I'll be Naraka. I'll be Naraka and Zabalba if you want to be the rest.
Sure. So dates: August 25th, 2032. Exploration Team, Interstellar Task Force Aleph-4, Flector C. Nequimis Superos. Mission abstracts: initial exploration of the SCP. Orbital imaging and previously shown the SCP experienced multiple K-class scenarios, but exact details of Earth conditions were unknown. ITF-4 was deployed from the SCP-S Tiberius from orbit to the surface of the SCP. Fetch.AIC, the onboard AIC, continued to operate the ship. Team lead Acheron. Team members Abaddon, Zabalba, Naraka, and Pluto. Command Fetch.AAC. Beginning audio transcription of all radio contents. Thanks, Fetch. Radio's on. Team roster consists of me, Acheron as leader, Abaddon watching the front of biology, Zabalba for technical problems, Naraka to handle any potential first contacts, Pluto watching R6 and performing geochemistry analysis. And I shall be reachable if necessary.
Opening landing pod bay doors in 5. We should have 8 hours of oxygen in our armor, assuming everything goes well. If something goes wrong, we can remotely call the pod for exit.
Well, let's hope it doesn't. Let me give you a nuggie.
Don't do that. No, my Balba.
Your what?
My Balba. I'm Mr. Balba.
He stops nuggie, he backs up, creeped out.
Whoa, I don't know.
I'm not like that. ITF LF4 assembles in the pod bay, preparing for an exit. The pod bay doors open onto a heavily ruined cityscape. You can't see on the camera, I just straightened my glasses that I don't have. Remember that the atmosphere is breathable, contains some unknown pathogens, potentially anomalous.
This is a rather advanced culture, just judging from the architecture. Near total destruction, however. Looks like there were riots towards their end.
Remember to take photos, as many as possible. Let's go down this main street. Doesn't seem to be any major features a note anywhere around here. Agreed, let's march. ITF LF4 walks down the streets of the city. There is a large scale of road with most of the buildings in a state of serious disrepair. There appears to be no sign of any inhabitants.
How long did they say it was since the end of the world?
The signals we received on Earth ended in the early 90s. It's 15 light years out, and radio travels at light speed, so the world probably ended in 1975, about 60 years ago,
English.
It seems. It's been dead for over half a century!
Looks like even if there were survivors from the initial fallout, then they wouldn't have made it to today. This is an angry planet. The weather looked violent. Straighten my glasses again. Storms the size of continents. Well, let's keep going. The forecast Fetch made for us should be clear for the hours we're in the city. The team advances through the city before stopping before a large building.
Hold on. That sign is in Ortothan. I can read it.
Ortothan? Is that a church of the second Itoff? We should check the building out.
Looks like it worships the Korutusa, but it's not the same religion exactly. Like different sects of Christianity, you know?
Straightens glasses. Of course. The difference between Greek and Roman religions, Pluto and Hades, Avernus and Acheron.
Oh my god, shut up, Pluto.
Straightens glasses.
We get it.
I didn't realise that was so fitting when I did it. ITF LF4 enters the Ortothan building. Inside there are several large murals depicting scenes from Ortothan mythology, such as the creation of the second Hytoff, the death of several of the Koratusa, and the Vorutut. Pretty. Remarkable these have all survived with only a bit of weathering. It's indoors and the building's held up. Looks like the storms haven't been enough to break it, and what else would? Naraka enters the back room of the church and emerges with several bound books.
Found these in the back. They're in Ortothan. Pluto, do you have any material cases?
Yup, let me unclip one. Fetch can deploy the drones and pick them up and bring them back to the pod. Naraka and Pluto place the books into a material case, place it in the middle of the street outside the church, and signal to Fetch to send a retrieval drone.
Hopefully we'll be able to use those as a Rosetta Stone. At the very least, some information we're capable of reading will be helpful.
Good catch. We are limited on time, so we should keep going. Yes, sir. ITF LF-4 continues on their exploration of the city, proceeding until they find a large mass of Tyrannu bodies, which are assembled in a large pile.
Oh dear.
Well, here are some of Dash-A, it looks like. Not much to speak of. A headless corpse twitches a leg. The rest of the corpse pile begins to move and animate. However, the majority of the corpses have suffered severe bodily trauma and few are able to stand. Those that cannot stand attempt to pull themselves towards the ITF.
Fuck!
First bogeys! Eyes up, keep sharp! Do you hear me like slam my fist into my palm?
Yeah. Blaster ready!
Starts lighting up.
Pew, 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 pew.
Me when my friend's time is being beaten by thugs.
You were
Intelligence said there were zombies, didn't it? My drones did find such. They weren't exactly zombies, but highly similar. Reanimated corpses, no higher mental functions, violence and cannibalistic tendencies. Line them up! Go! Abaddon and Pluto begin firing munitions into the mass of B2, targeting the few that are able to stand. All instances that pose a significant threat to the ITF are dispatched in the first 3 seconds of combat.
Kinda pathetic, isn't it?
Is this all that's left of Dash-A?
Abaddon and Pluto finish dispatching any animate corpses in the following 5 seconds. Abaddon then fires an explosive round into the mass of corpses. That should be enough. Let's keep moving. Upon turning the corner, ITF-4 sees a large, vaguely reptilian creature. Disgusting! It has 4 legs, with a skeletal head not covered in the scales the rest of the creature is. Similarity is noted between this entity and SCP-1124. The entity sniffs the air before rising from a seated position and walking towards the ITF. Shit! Go! Oh yeah, ITF-4 hurries into one of the abandoned skyscrapers, hurrying to an open stairwell. They rapidly ascend the steps, occasionally looking behind them. Upon arriving on the 5th floor, they exit the stairwell.
No, not the 5th floor, you fool! You'll activate it!
Did you say the 5th floor? You've fulfilled the conditions. I'm going to take a look back outside. Be careful. Pluto crawls to the closest window and looks outside. The entity is on the street, walking. It does not appear to notice Pluto. After some time, it lays down in front of the building. Pluto returns to the main group. It's in the front of the building right now, but it looks like it's laying down at the moment. We'll be
oh my god, we just...
Yeah, but they don't know that. He has to tell them.
I know, but it's just like...
This guy. We'll be here for a while, it seems, but it's non-aggressive at the moment.
We only have 3 hours of oxygen left, and it seems like about an hour to get back to the lander.
Would you like an extraction?
If I was on a hostile anomalous alien planet, I would never bring, like, the bare minimum number of oxygen required. I would have, like, 80 tanks strapped to my back. For fuck's sake. Sorry, you continue.
That'd be great, Fetch. Please proceed to the roof of the building. The lander will be in place in 20 minutes. You heard them. Let's go up! The ITF continues to descend the stairs of the main building. As they do so, they occasionally stop to look around the floors. They collect several documents and notes. None of these brief excursions yields notable results until the 4th. Hey, team! I think you're gonna want to see this!
Oh!
He doesn't say that. He says, I think I see something on the horizon!
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but one is unsufferable.
They're both insufferable.
Well, the other one is just a statement of fact.
I'm just being annoying. Continue.
This guy, he's keen to make sure we all have headaches too.
Yeah, that's right.
Through one of the windows, a distant figure is visible. The figure is vaguely humanoid, although with large branching horns resembling tree branches. The horns on one side of the figure's head have been damaged and broken off. Given the apparent distance, the figure is estimated to be 500 metres tall. The figure has since been identified as B4-3. Shit, he strains glasses. That thing has to be as tall as a skyscraper. Looks like it's walking towards us. Naraka,
do we have anywhere near enough laser to fight that thing?
No, we most certainly do not. We need to evac before we reach the city, hopefully sooner. Let's go. Even more reason to get out of here soon. Total apocalypse world, this place. Nothing but cockroaches left. The zombie cockroaches even, and not even strong ones. When will I find a worthy opponent?
That's what I was about to say.
ITF-4 finishes their ascent and meets the landing pod on the roof of the building. IT fetches the pod, pilots the pod back to the Tiberius. ITF debriefs and begins analysis of collecting samples.
So here's my other Foundation question, right?
Yeah.
Foundation, their whole thing is like, we exist to protect people, humanity, from things that lurk in the dark. So if this only affects a fucking alien planet that no one else knows about, why are they risking their lives going in to investigate?
Well, what if there's like an evil demon is like, in 2 years' time, I'm going to launch a big laser at Earth. They'll never know.
Yeah, but why would there be? Like,
what if there is?
I mean, I could, with the fucking logic of reality bending, you could say that about anything. Like, every crevice on Earth could have like the hidden leprechaun demon.
The leprechaun
preparing his laser if it's not contained right
let's
away.
Play a game. For each of my riddles you get wrong, I'll nuke a city.
All of them are in England.
It's like, hold on. The ethics committee must discuss this. Is it worth getting the riddles wrong?
I want to play. All right.
No, it's like, we've been given an opportunity to anomalously destroy English cities, but can we take the shame of losing at riddles? That's the dilemma.
Why are these addendums so long? Damn.
Because it's telling a story.
All right.
Fourth exploration. Date September 2nd, 2032.
He's so gone.
Exploration. This guy. Exploration team. Interstellar Task Force. LF4. Flotilla come superos assassino. Mission abstracts. Exploratory mission 3 yielded information on the coordinates of a potentially unbreached Tehorn bunker. The ITF was deployed to breach the bunker and recover information from within. Same people. The members of ITF-4 assemble inside the entrance to a Tehorn bunker. The surface landing pod is positioned next to the bunker doors, which are embedded to a mountain. Something I do like about this, by the way, is like how, because it's like it's space age, they're so advanced now. A lot of the stuff that would be like time for all the MTF to die is just like a non-issue. It's like, we're trapped in the building. Oh, I'll pick you up on the roof.
I'm activating my mech suit.
It's like the zombies are blasting boys. It's just a non-issue.
That is kind of fun. Alright, please continue.
When we'll be ready to proceed.
I've interfaced with the door and Fetch has a connection.
I should be able to open the bunker in 15 minutes. The cryptography is not advanced.
And we can wait in the pod until then?
Yes. The ITF waits in the bay of the landing pod. Like, that as well. It's just like, we don't have to guard it, just wait there. Wind speeds in the area rapidly begin to intensify. Precipitation increases. Precipitation is noted to measure at 3 pH.
Ooh, acidic as fuck.
Oh. Don't stop don't try to catch it.
What?
You know when you try and catch rain?
You mean snow? Who catches rain?
What's you do this?
Sticks my tongue out to the sky, gets bird shit in it. No.
When you're thirsty.
I go with get a glass of water. At least collect it in the bucket. Don't fucking raw dog that shit.
That's terrifying. Imagine you're like in the wild, you're looking, you see like a human standing on top of a hill, like raining, it's just mouth open, angled towards the sky.
The jaw's like unhinged to catch more rain, like a snake.
Exactly.
I was so parched.
You did that, Gimas.
I used to do, I'll tell you this, I used to try as a kid. The reason I make fun of you, I used to try that as a kid. I don't think I ever once caught a raindrop in my mouth,
really?
or at least it was like too small to feel. You know what happened to me? It would always get in my eyes and my nose and shit. Never in my mouth.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, it sucks. So I only do it with snow. Because snow's slow
enough
that you can catch it with your tongue.
Because I've never done it, apparently you have. I've tricked you.
No!
Tricked you. Look, the character pills are coming in. Your ratings down.
This is how we'll defeat the leprechaun riddler.
How? It's like, what catches rain, but only when it's wet? My mouth. No! He gets like eviscerated. There's a blast shadow is all that's left.
It's like he goes through fucking Sakuda's domain.
Yeah. It's like, I told you not to tell me another riddle.
Alright, please continue.
The door has been unlocked. I will open it when you approach. The ITF emerges from the landing pod and rushes towards the door of the bunker, which opens as soon as they approach. They quickly enter and the door is shut behind them. They are standing in a large airlock. I will cycle the airlock. He activates the airlock, cycling air from the outside. A liquid of unknown utility, most likely a disinfectant, is sprayed onto the ITF and then washed off. A computerized voice begins playing in the airlock. There you go, there's you.
There was a church of the Second Hightaught outside, right?
Yeah, there was. Why?
Aleph 4 Naraka begins to speak Ortothan. Oh wait, I see. For clarity, Ortothan will use an alternative typeface and color. Do you speak Ortothan?
Ortothan recognized. Toronyu identity confirmed. Reality levels within acceptable bounds. No anomalies detected. Access granted following contingency 913.
Wherein? It's accepting us as Dash A of this planet, apparently. I guess whoever programmed it with Ortothan didn't realize it was extraterrestrial.
Perfect!
And I didn't even need to hack it.
Oh, I gave him the perfect voice. Just a little social engineering. That is hacking! That is hacking! That counts!
The airlock automated door cycles open, allowing the ITF to enter the main bunker. Lights begin to turn on in multiple directions, revealing a large central computer terminal. Several monitors activate, displaying hallways, presumably within the facility. Welcome to Bunker 00003. Priority Hornum installation, safeguarding the future of the Toronyu. I am Strungziu, an artificial intelligence.
Is the air in here breathable?
Probably, Strange classes. I'll deploy a sensor to see if it is or not.
What do you think this place is for?
Let's find out. What is the purpose of this installation?
Bunker 0003 is a secondary defense against the end of the world. It is designed to allow Toronyu society to continue following the re-establishment of global order, in coordination with a series of 9 other bunkers.
Looks like it's a doomsday bunker of sorts. Let them restart society. Part of a set of 9.
Other bunkers? Any of those ones still active?
How many bunkers of this kind are still functional?
0 other bunkers are functional. Bunker 00003 is the only unbreached bunker.
This is the only one that's left, of course. Everything else was breached and destroyed.
Well, what is this bunker's role in restoring the world? Do they have unique ones?
What is the purpose of this bunker?
This bunker is meant for the preservation of Toronyu. So when the other bunkers have successfully completed their roles, population levels can be restored.
Oh, it's their fucking 2,000, I see. Basic survival, it seems. Holds a population of Dash A for their eventual repopulation of the planet.
Well, doesn't look like there's anybody around. Nothing on any of the monitors, no trace of it. Every time this guy fucking talks, I'll be doing the fist into the hand thing. Even when it's not even related to like fucking combat.
He's so angry.
I wonder what we could do from here. Fetch might be able to interface with the computers, but if this AI is here, then it might be dangerous to risk it.
Agreed. We're not risking Fetch against another AI, especially when they can't communicate with them.
Well, let's see what we can do in here, then. Any systems remaining?
List functioning systems.
Functional systems. Power. Lights. Defenses. Suspended animation. Computer systems. Artificial intelligence. Service diagnostics. Communications.
Hold on. Suspended animation. Can you display the system summary for the suspended animation on the monitors?
The monitors change to display footage of a suspended animation complex consisting of several pods, each holding a single Toronyu. Assorted information appears next to the footage, but little intelligible to the ITF. What are we looking at?
Are there stasis pods?
How many Toronyu are in those pods?
100,000 Toronyu are in suspended animation. Optimum capacity.
Find one that speaks Ortothan, then give us a path to find them.
Light strips on the floor light up with a green light, leading down into a hallway off the main computer bank. Follow the green light strip.
Let's go. Shuang-Shu is going to take us to a Toronyu that can speak Ortothan. We need to get them.
Toronyu? Are those, Dash A?
That's what the AI is calling them.
And the status pods are still functional, some of them?
All of them.
Well, strength classes, how many?
100,000.
Zvalba, Plutoga, the entrance gate in contact with Fetch. Given the update, this isn't an exploratory mission anymore, it's a rescue now. ITF-4 splits into 2 groups. Pluto and Zvalba head back to the entrance and reconvene with Fetch, while Acheron, Naraka, and Abaddon follow the green lights in suspended animation chambers. Holy fuck! There really are thousands! They're not fucked up like the zombies or the mutants or anything. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. The ship doesn't have enough space for them. We can't just leave them. I'm going to need to get in contact with ITF Command and probably escalate higher. This is Ethics Committee level.
Let's just focus on getting one out.
Yeah, one step at a time. The green light path finishes in front of Toronto and suspended animation pod.
Wake them up.
They will wake up in 1 minute.
The chamber go ahead.
Chamber unseals and the Toronto within steps outside. They're clutching their head as their eyes apparently adjust to the light.
Can I be the Toranyu?
Sure. They have a short conversation with Shunju in a native language before turning to Naraka.
You speak Ortothan? Yes, the Korotusa's message traveled far and visited my world as well as your own. They taught us the Holy Tongue, which remains eternal. Then I must introduce myself.
This is like that comic where it's like, Jesus, you are Lord? It's like, it was not a myth.
My name is Teirangi Sasselpay. Oh, that's like a fucking Sims name. And I'm the most senior personnel here who speaks Ortothan, apparently. Not highest overall, but... Yes, I see. My name is Karishma Chada. That's not his name, is it?
That's not his code name.
Naraka's his code name. I'm stupid. This is my commander, Jason Kreeses, and my teammate, Arthur Penton. We come from a world named Arthur's from fucking Arthurian legend. You stand on a world called Moara. It's good to know that the gods have guided you to us. May they live eternal. Gods, I'm sorry. Yoren Lucen is dead. Only Rakmu Lucen remains.
Sorry, they killed Jesus. They fucking killed him.
32 years ago. It wasn't because of the loss of this world. They were swarmed by the Voritude in the greatest invasion of the cosmos ever. Your planet wouldn't have saved them. I see. It's not well to dwell on the past. I must ask, however, 32 years. How long have I been in stasis? Excuse me. By our estimation, 56 years. The Tianums failed then. You did not wake us up early. Is the world outside still ruined? Utterly. But we're going to do something about it. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. You have any ideas?
Naraka begins to speak and then pauses. She turns to Akron and speaks after a few seconds of silence.
Jason, what are you planning?
Bring them to Earth. Only same thing to do.
Can we do that? Will we be able to?
If we need to show up on the foundations of the door with thousands of refugees, that's what we'll do. This world is dead, and I know of an entire solar system of thriving planets.
Wait, the Foundation can be good? Based? What if we can't convince the higher-ups? What then?
Flucturisi, Nequinus, Burros, Sakuranta, Movebo. He's like, oh, you two speak
This is
Finnish.
straight up Sim speak.
I think that's Latin, to be fair, but...
Doubt.
If I cannot bend the will of heaven, then I'll raise hell. I don't have to care if I have to bring the fucking insurgency here. They're coming to Earth. Naraka looks back at Teirangi Sasselpay.
We're gonna take you back home. Our home. They're the only living worlds we know of. Rakmu Lucen guided you here. I know it. I have faith in V's plans. Do whatever you must. We might have to spend some time consulting our superiors, and I do not know if they... And go, beseech them! I have siblings to rouse.
Naraka summarizes a conversation with the other members of the ITF. They say goodbye to Teirangi Sasselpay and then leave. Teirangi Sasselpay is observed in the background awaking more Toranyu from suspended animation as they departs. The ITF reconvenes on the SCPS Tiberius and begins preparation to contact Interstellar Task Force Command, the Ethics Committee, and the O5 Council.
Alright. 2 more documents, and then I can lay my weary head to rest.
Joint Ethics Committee O5 Council Decision 71, Toranyu. On the recovery and integration of the Toranyu into society. Resolved September 9th, 2032. Primary deliberators EC1, EC4, EC13, 053, 057, and 0510. Issue. Action to take concerning the recently discovered Toranyu endemic to the SCP. Individuals are a non-anomalous sapient species, but the only forms of transit between Earth and the SCP are both anomalous and have been concealed by the Foundation. Verdict. Covertly aid Toranyu in interstellar transit to Earth, with a cover story attributing their arrival as purely their own action. Following their arrival in the Sol system, publicly aid their integration efforts into baseline society, with help of agencies such as Mana Charitable Foundation. Because I don't fucking tell anyone. Please. Don't
no, they came here. They do the fucking fake landing from Doctor Who with the pig guy.
We need you to crash into Big Ben on the way in. That's our only stipulation.
We have to get our hits in where we can.
The unanimous conclusion of the Ethics Committee, 13-0, following the discovery of the 200,000 living Tyrannu in a former Tyrannu bunker.
100,000?
100,000, that's what I said. Living Tyrannu.
200,000.
I said 100,000 in a former Tyrannu bunker. Was it humanitarian aid? Was it humanitarian? Do you mean Tyrannuian aid?
Yeah, Tyrannitarian.
Was to be delivered to the SCP and to assist the surviving Tyrannu. However, current secrecy protocols concerning interstellar travel complicated this decision. The public is not currently aware of Foundation involvement beyond the solar system, and thus Foundation involvement with the recovery of the Tyrannu could not be made public. However, there was no way to feasibly and ethically keep them concealed in the public eye. Allowing them to work covertly in the Foundation alone would be a clear case of indentured servitude. We hate that. We don't do that here. The O5 Council was unwilling to publicly reveal Foundation interstellar and faster-than-light travel methods, citing the potential dangers of unexplored space. The Ethics Committee agreed with the decision, concluding that such action could only be considered in case of an absolute last resort with no other options available. Analysis of Tyrannu technology revealed a single fruitful option, the usage of -C1, a xenoplant with anomalous psionic properties when consumed. Using C1 would allow for Tyrannu pilots to psionically locate Earth and guide Tyrannu vessels from subspace. Tell me about subspace.
There you go. There you go. There's your option.
Tell me about subspace.
I don't fucking know about subspace.
It's the footnote! This is your job!
Where?
A
subdimension of real space with inconsistent topology, theoretically possible for a faster-than-light transit. However, difficulties in navigation prevent it from actually being used for such purposes.
Arriving at Earth within 1 month. Tyrannu pilots will be able to travel through subspace by tracking the largest source of human neural oscillation patterns, Earth. This was not possible before the exposure of human neural oscillations to a Tyrannu operator in real space. A cover story we disseminated that collected radio broadcasts from Earth allowed for the simulation of human neural oscillations, allowing the Tyrannu to use the above method without the physical presence of a human. The majority of Tyrannu will be given this cover story as well. The O5 Council readily accepted the use of -C1, as it does not introduce a generally applicable member of FTL transit into baseline society. Without the large presence of familiar sapient life in a destination, -C1 cannot be used to travel faster than light, therefore it has no practical usage for exploration. We have the last bit here.
Oh, thank God. Oh no, it's so long.
2040 Solar System Census Report. Tyrannu Population Demographics. Summary of statistics regarding Tyrannu, prepared by Foundation Census Department. Clearance level, public/general consumption. Full report available April 2112.
Oh, so it's already way in the future from when this report was made.
Maybe. I think maybe they're saying this will be like when it can be fully disclosed, maybe?
Oh, okay, I see.
Overview. The Tyrannu are the fourth major sapient species to inhabit the Sol system, and the only species not native to the system, following humanity, the now absent Venusians, and the Martians. Of these, they have one of the smallest populations and most unique cultures. Tyrannu society primarily divides itself around a diaspora caused by the destruction of their home planet Morara, which is distantly located from the Sol system. Due to the numerous K-class scenarios which occurred on Morara, it is not expected that any Tyrannu will ever return to their home planet, nor will any humans ever step foot on the planet. These unique feelings of total loss on a broad species level have led to a distinct but thriving culture.
That is so interesting. Yay, world building.
Yeah. Where'd the Venusians go? Tell me!
Who gives a fuck?
I like these the population spread here. So
I fucking love Lunar Korea.
I was looking at Lunar Korea, yeah.
That's my favorite. That gives you so much to think about. See, that's an example of good world building. When a single phrase or name makes you have to consider multiple things. It's like, oh, does that mean like chunks of the moon are carved out with different countries owning it? What specifically is different about Lunar Korea? Like that's good world building. That's fun.
Location. Following the exodus from the home planet Moara, the Tyrannu began to settle in the Sol system. As their arrival came through a period of rapid interplanetary colonization, it was common for Tyrannu to settle in growing or newly founded locations rather than directly integrate into pre-existing societies. It was primarily evident in the terraforming of Callisto, which was designed to mimic Moara. It now serves as the primary home of Tyrannu society in the Sol system, having the only population governed that is majority Tyrannu. Other Tyrannu can be found elsewhere in the Sol system, although primarily in large groups and communities. Few Tyrannu have established permanent residence in locations that are primarily human or Martian. A small number are itinerant, similar to other low-population species. Culture. Tyrannu culture can be described in broad strokes as having two primary focuses: the celebration of destroyed elements of Tyrannu/Morara culture, such as annihilated societies or the physical landscape of Morara, and efforts to ensure the continued survival of Tyrannu species into the future. These have become the primary focus of the Tihornum in the Sol system. As the majority of excellent Tyrannu were directly affiliated with the Tihornum, these goals are common throughout the species. As a result of the first drive, the multiple Tyrannu art movements to commemorate Moara in a variety of forms. The largest of these have been attempts at terraforming Callisto to commemorate Moara, which today serves as the largest location Tyrannu in the Sol system. The second drive results in increased focus on family among Tyrannu, and results in a general tendency towards marriage and child rearing. It must be noted at this point, for the benefit of human readers, that Tyrannu reproduction is significantly different from humans, that the Tyrannu have 6 biological sexes, each capable of reproducing with any of the other 5 sexes.
Yo, they must have insane parties.
The majority of Tyrannu languages have gone extinct, with only Vina, a lingua franca used by the Tihornum, remaining in common usage. All living Tyrannu speak Vina, and other languages have only survived through recorded media and bilingual Tyrannu. Autophone also remains popular in Tyrannu, although it's been growing in popularity in general in the Sol system.
What's a lingua franca?
That's like I don't know, it's like a language.
Continue.
Tyrannu society currently designates 3 distinct divisions of Tyrannu. Lemre Tyrannu, survivors directly rescued from Tihornum bunkers, Lomtu Tyrannu, which are those that perish on Moara, and Pren Tyrannu, which are born in the Sol system. Of these, Pren Tyrannu are commonly viewed with great hope. Few Lemre Tyrannu believe there will be a future beyond Moara. Of these, one of the most important is the 7-year-old Tyrangi Karishma, named for the human to make first contact with Tyrannu, the first Tyrannu born in Sol.
Oh,
that's cute.
Oh, it's that. It makes me happy. That's so cute. Okay, Storm Breath, you are strong. Stand proud. Well played. That's so. This article was a big surprise. I enjoyed this. I'm enjoying this way more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Religion. The majority of the Tyrannu immigrants to Sol system tend to follow an anomalous religion, with the majority following either the Church of the Second Hightoth or the Church of the Broken God.
I still don't know what the fuck the Second Hightoth is.
It's like Space Church. It's the religion that's common in space.
Sure, I'll take it.
A smaller majority follows sects similar to the Children of the Scarlet King or Fifism. Almost all in the latter category follow unique traditions rather than pre-existing human conditions. Tyrannu integration to human/Martian society was aided in large part by the Church and Second Hightoth, the scripture of which was already well accepting of all alien cultures. The prior existence of worship of the Korotresu among the Tyrannu further aided in this, as it gave legitimacy to the belief system. The Church of the Second Hightoth offered large amount of aid to Tyrannu refugees shortly after their arrival in the Sol system. The same occurred in a similar capacity with the Church of the Broken God. However, polarizing differences between Tyrannu worship of Mechane and human worship prevented full integration, leading to the formation of a 4th major denomination, commonly referred to as the Nefengapstura. It is distinguished by embracing advanced technology while completely rejecting the practice of augmentation.
Ooh, that's fun.
The Repe Eveng, Blood Children, and Mrvapilfa, Fifth Philosophy, are similar to the Children of the Scarlet King and Fifism respectively. These 2 religions were uncommon among the Tyrannu prior to the destruction of Moara, but have gained prominence following it. Followers typically profess to have converted because of the actions of the Kaivet in Tunkaren and the Moara during the Eschaton. Of note is that the Repe Eveng are significantly more peaceful and less violent than the Children of the Scarlet King, and do not share the same eschatological beliefs as the latter. The Repe Eveng state that this is because the world has already ended once. The rulers spawned came into the kingdom and died on their throne.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's like, we would do the apocalypse, we already did it now, so now we can chill.
Yeah, so we're chill. That's actually awesome.
we already tried it. Summary. The destruction of Moara and nearly 60 years of suspended animation have had great impacts on Tyrannu society, but the species is generally described as hopeful and dedicated to continued survival of the race. In the words of Teirangi Sasilpe, the Tyrannu have travelled through great hardship to the stars.
13 out of 10.
I like this one a lot as well.
I love. I think what makes this one stand out is it's nice.
It's very optimistic.
Necessarily like that. Yeah, I don't necessarily think the Foundation should be good or optimistic, but it's just such a nice fucking break, especially after like the dog shit power wank that the ending of Apotheosis was, and like in general with SCP, like it's just a real nice breath of fresh air. I thought the world building was fun. They added lots of little bits that kept me interested in this like alien race. I loved hearing about their thoughts. The dialogue with the MTF was more fun than usual. Overall, very good. I really like this. It makes me look forward to more of the canon.
Yeah.
Alright, but now we have some comments to read, and then I'm going to go immediately lay down. You ready?
What have they said?
Chris Merkel Studio says, password, heart for Tanhoney.
Thank you.
Floof Mother says, hello, I am a long-time listener, and this is my first comment. As previous ones I've left seem to have been consumed by the void. A pattern screamer, perhaps? I just want to say that this podcast has been a great experience for me, as I would obsessively listen to it at lunch, to the point my Spotify Wrapped identified me as the top 7% of listeners.
You'll go to heaven.
And have a grand old time. Aww! Yay! Top listener. Welcome. Getting insight into the writing process.
Even the boss.
Especially something that initially seemed so obtuse and unknowable as the SCP Wiki was a great experience, and sent me down the road to viewing media as pieces of art I enjoy rather than parts of my being to be defended or hated. I guess it was like a move towards separating my subjective opinion from acknowledging objective artistic choices in media. Anyway, thank you to Mando, Pony, and Arnold for making me feel like I had friends during my lunch
subjective
period.
experience is always rated like 13 out of 10, so they've lost their understanding of mathematics.
Wait, what?
What?
What'd you say?
Well, they've learned some of the wrong lessons. Now they're going to be rating stuff like 12 out of 10 and people are like...
No, that's a good lesson. The lesson is that you should never be constrained by the rules that a fucking British person...
What do you mean? I didn't come up with these rules. You're saying them yourself.
Oh, bloody hell! Someone tell the Queen! Someone tell King Charles!
It's not
He's breaking the numbers!
I don't care. I've stopped saying it because I know I'm never going to win, but I'm not saying I'm not having this. It's not how it's
never going to win? That's the defeatist in your blood, because all you guys do is lose.
It's not out of 10. If it's 13,
I know you're not good at math, but have you never heard of a fraction that goes over?
Not in a rating system.
That's because you're weak and your mind is going to crack.
It's already fucking broken.
Thank you for making me feel like I had lunch during my friends during my lunch period.
Thank you for letting me feel like I had lunch.
Shut up! I'm reading.
I'm sorry.
This is a sweet comment.
I'm sorry.
Heartbeat shotgun, brother.
You put your headphones and be start describing food and you're hallucinating on a plate. Imagine a lovely sandwich.
Shut up, Tanhoney.
Sorry.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to rip you apart.
I'm sorry, please proceed.
I'm going to college soon, so I'm not worried about not sitting with anyone right now. But I've had a hard time ever since my friend moved, and this podcast has been one of the many things that helped me cope. I hope that's not too parasocial. I would recommend if you're going to college, my top 10 college advice, and Tan can back me on this, is literally just talk to anyone. I'm dead serious. College is one of the few times in your life, I think. Sure, if you're charismatic or you're at a bar, you're supposed to socialize, but college is one of the few times where you could genuinely sit next to or just start talking to anyone, at least for the first 3-4 weeks, and it's just that's normal. You'll make so many friends if you put yourself out there, and you'll meet so many people, and you may not stay connected with all of them after you leave, but it'll be a great experience. I think you'll like it. Anyways, thank you. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for being one of the factors that led to me getting up on the right side of the bed 80% of the time instead of 2%. Smile. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad we could help. I'm giving you a like under Tanhoney's account because I don't.
I've already done it.
I'm lazy. Oh, you fool.
What do you mean you fool? It's the same result.
Hamiltoe says Jigsaw.
Thank you.
Shithalia says a webcam, huh? So about that, I actually couldn't get mine to work. I might have to buy one, but we'll figure that out because Tanhoney's funny.
Yeah, there'll be an even mention of funny faces.
Ajisiru says algorithm.
Your loyalty is noted.
NT2 says 058 at the end, nah, I'd win.
058, I will never forget you as long as I live.
3 yellow arrows, Crowcat says.
So how was the apotheosis?
In regards to the weird thing with 058, have the weird significance. At the time this was written, Cadaver Commander had been writing that character and his sister a lot on the wiki, so it didn't feel jarring for readers at the time. Of course, that doesn't change how jarring it feels nowadays, lol. I get where you're coming from.
That's an interesting sort of thing as well, the timing of it, because I
get where they're coming from with site culture, right? Because I imagine the site on-site is very tightly knit. I'll say this, for all the viewers who aren't part of the quote-unquote on-site, a lot of the authors talk to each other, they're in multiple servers together, so I get that. But at the same time, I feel like the majority of people who read SCP are not a part of that community.
And you have to consider how it'll be read in the future as well, of course.
Yeah, and as an objective piece of media.
Because I'm part of the community, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just So, like, I get where you're coming from, and, like, obviously SCP's for fun, not for, like, trying to make money, so, like, they should do whatever the hell they want. But, like, on an objective level, in terms of my rating, I'm not gonna, like, re-reward points because of that context, because it should be able to stand on its own, especially within the canon that it's set in, because none of that stuff was in the canon. So, it just kind of didn't feel right. But I get where you're coming from, and I do think that's an appreciated tidbit of knowledge to have, just so people understand. Croquette also says, also, God, I wish we could see the tan cam. Laughing emoji. Would you show them the tan cam?
If not right now. Not on this episode. Not here.
He's shy because, well... Tan, honey, I'm going to buy some things to help you get ahead in life, if you know what I mean.
This guy's fucked up.
What did I do? Gay Hall Mill says, I should watch first instead of commenting, right? Well, I don't care. For the algorithm!
Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Gay Hall. Guys, thank you for watching. I wish I had some more funnies to say, but my brain is, like, literally shot. So I'm going to call it here, Tan. Any closing remarks?
None from me.
Tan?
None from me.
Alright, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!